everybody, good morning. It's Kristen here and we are shooting our second creator kit today. We listened to your advice and we're going to be doing a Christmas swag. And so I have a 36-inch swag here that is unlit. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in some battery operated lights. So we have some fabulous compact lights here. This is a 10.9 foot strand. And it's going to work perfect for this size piece. So actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook my battery pack in on the back. I'm just going to wrap this around it to hold it in place. Okay. And this one is wonderful because it actually has a remote to it. So you can control everything without having to get back there with this handy remote. Okay, and these lights actually have 8 different functionality modes. This one is called Waves. It's just a nice, soft, little subtle twinkle that I like. It's number 2 on the remote. All right, so I have it secured in the back, and I'm just going to start working them in a zigzag pattern. You can see I'm just kind of twisting them in and out, wrapping a few of the greenery branches around it. Going back and forth. So these are great for wreaths, garlands, swags, centerpieces. I mean, there's a ton that you can do with these. For areas where you don't have power. Okay, and I have a little left, so I'm going to come back up. And there we go, we have a nice concentration of lights now, and that's going to give us a great base to work with. Alright, so once my lights are in, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my ribbon. Now we're doing rustic today, and we have these kits available in store, but this method could be adapted to any style. So we're going to be making a bow using this pretty cardinal ribbon. And we are going to be making an 11 loop bow. It's going to go right up here at the top of our swag. So we'll start, we're going to make about an 8-inch tail, and then we're just going to be twisting our loops back and forth. So our loops, I would say that's probably about 8 inches also. So we're going to have 5 on one side, 6 on the other. So I'm going to twist and do one on this side. And I like to pull them up and make sure that they're the same size to avoid getting really long loops on one side and short on the other. There's 2, 3. So twist. We always want the ribbon, the pretty side facing up. So that's why we do the twist each time. And you guys, bows are hard, but it just takes practice. Okay. There's 3 on this side. We have 5 so far. I'll get closer so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to pinch it and twist and bring that finger around. So it's just going to lay kind of flat like a fan right now. So we're at 7. We want 11 loops total. And one thing I recommend, when I first learned bows, I just got some really thin ribbon, like a shear, and I just practiced. I used the same roll and I just did it over and over until I got good at it. So let's see. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 9. And one more. 11. So I'm still going to twist because I'm going to leave a tail and I want that to be facing up. So once my loops are completed, I'm going to use 1 piece of floral wire. I'm going to go around the middle of my ribbon here. I'm going to pull it tight, as tight as I can, and do several twists here. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this piece. So I'm going to leave about, again, an 8-inch tail. And I'm going to cut at a diagonal. And then I can come back in, and this one on the top, I'm going to cut that at a diagonal as well. Being mindful of that pretty pattern because I don't want to cut the cardinals. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fluff my bow. So we're going to go up. We're going to take the next loop to the left, to the right, up. And then we go left, and right. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So up, we'll go this side, middle, and left. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I just want to shape the loops so it looks a lot better once you get them shaped. I'm just kind of coming in and making them nice and full. So here. Okay. So, and I can do that a little bit more once I get my bow on the swag. So now I'm going to use my wire, and I am going to wrap this. I'm going to come in near the top. I'm going to pull it around the back, and I'm going to twist. Okay, and then once it's in place, then I can come in and I can adjust my loops a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna work my ribbon through the swag, and I'm gonna do that by coming in at the top and leaving a tail near the bow, so it's almost gonna look like a continuation of the bow. And then we're gonna make a loop. And I wanna leave these loops fairly loose because we're gonna be placing pieces under, or like between them. And so we wanna make sure we have enough room to do that. Okay, pull that a little bit looser. So I've got a loop on this side, and then rather than starting my next loop here, I'm actually gonna jog up a little bit. So we're gonna go up in this way, and then we're gonna secure it. And what that does, it allows us to make our next loop on this side, okay? So rather than being real symmetrical, we're here, and we're here. So I'm just gonna pull the greenery up a little bit. So see how I'm going in and up here. Wrap this in place. And right now I can see it, but we can pull some of the greenery over it. We'll be adding pieces to conceal that as well. So you won't notice that here in a bit. Okay. And we'll come down and make a second loop. And pull that a little bit looser. Again, we want it loose so we can fit our pieces in between. And then we're going to make a third one on this side. Now this is a small loop. We don't really need to go up. We're just going to kind of come down. But we are going to pull it to that side. A little bit long. Okay, and then I'm going to cut my tail. Okay, I have a little bit of ribbon left over, so I'm going to hang on to this until the end. And we are ready to add our pieces in. So for this, and I should have mentioned it at the beginning, but you are going to need a hot glue gun, wire cutters, and scissors. But I'm going to take my next piece. I have this beautiful spray. Has lots of different foliages. So it's got a berry, pine cone, greenery. It's really going to fill in nicely. And so I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. I am going to use that stem though, so I don't want to cut it too far down. I'm going to cut it to about 5 or 6 inches. And I get asked quite a bit what our wire cutters are. They are Knipex is the brand, Knipex, and I believe you can just get them on Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these pieces and I'm going to secure it here at the bottom. Now, you don't have to glue anything in. If you don't want to glue it, if you want to change your decor next year, don't. I prefer to glue mine because I don't like to redo mine every year. So I am going to glue mine, but I'll come in after everything's placed, or after this layer is placed, and I'll add the glue. I kind of visually like to see how it looks before I add the glue. And then I'm going to come in with my second one, so we have 2 of this pick. Shape it up just a little. Cut this down. And so since that one's on the bottom, I'm just going to kind of come in here with this one in the middle. Now if I'm not using glue, I'm just using the branches to hold it in place. Okay, so that looks good there. I like both of those, so I'm going to go ahead and add my glue in. So I'm just going to kind of run across the stem here. Quite a bit. And I'm going to slide this up. And then I'm going to also use a branch in at least 1, if not 2 places to wrap around to just give it a little bit of extra support. And then I need to do this one. Whoop. Need to do this one as well. So I really got that one in there. Okay. I'm going to slide it up. So see how pretty that's already filling in? Okay, the next piece I want to use are these beautiful poinsettias. It's a nice velvet with the berry in the center and a pretty trim. And we're going to add in 3 of them. So we're going to kind of zigzag through our swag. If one's on this side, our next is going to be on this side. So I'm going to cut these down a little bit. Now I like to glue, but I also like to kind of hook the stem and wrap it around the spine of my swag. So I'm going to come in with my first one here. And I'm using the greenery also and wrapping it around. But I'll come back and glue here in a second. So since I'm there, my second one's going to go here and my third one's going to go here. So I'm going to hook it again. Using the greenery to hold it in place. And remember, I'll come back and glue here in a second. Okay, and my third one. Right in. So it's wrapped around the back, and I'm using greenery, and I'll also use glue. Okay, so I'll come in and glue those in now. Bag of pine cones. It also has these great balls. We're going to use several of the pieces from here. We might have a little extra too. Not sure yet. So I'm going to take, I want to use one of my larger scale pine cones up near the top, because that's the larger scale of the swag. Now let's say if I was doing like a whimsical style, I might use ornaments rather than pine cones. So since that's there, I have a little space here. I'm going to put one of these cute balls, little twine balls. And right now I'm just getting the placement, and I will come back and glue. Since I'm there, I'm going to go this way with this one. Here, I'm going to go here. Actually, I'm going to use a larger one there. And they're not glued yet, so that's why that's happening. I'm going to do a smaller one in here, and maybe one more kind of tucked in this pocket. But I'm going to go ahead and glue these in, otherwise they're going to be flying all over the place. But I'm just doing the glue on one side quite a bit of it. Ooh. And I'm going to hold it a little bit to get it, make sure it's stuck in there really well. Okay. Go ahead and do this one. You can angle it a little bit there. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add in these wonderful fillers. So these are the dewberries. You have 3 of them in your kit. And so we're going to cut them into 2 pieces. So we're just looking for that natural break. And I'm going to cut them with my wire cutters right at that break. Okay, and this is what we're going to use to fill in any holes. So I'll go ahead and cut all of my dewberries right now so that I'm ready to go. Okay, so right now I'm looking for anywhere that we still have holes. We're going to add in some of this filler just to kind of give it some dimension and airiness. So I'm going to just glue mine. You can place first and then glue or do whatever you prefer. Bring some of it up here near the top. Maybe some right here. This is a great pick. We carry it in store in just about every color you can think of, from matte gold to matte red berries. We have it in silver, pearl, teal. But so many fun color options. Glittery red, apple green. So on this filler, I do want some that's going to kind of come out and create that dimension. And I'll come here in a second and I'll give you the close-up view here so you can see what I'm doing. And you might also use the branches just to give it a little extra support. Maybe one in here, one in here. Okay. This is an optional layer, but once your picks are placed, we still have a little bit of ribbon left from earlier, so I don't have to, but I can come in and I can create some little filler tails. So let's see, like I could do maybe one kind of up in this area. But I'm leaving like 6 inches on each side. Maybe I'll come in with one here in the middle. And just kind of pinch it there in the middle. use a branch to secure it in place. Get just kind of cute little detailing there. You don't have to do this, it's just if you, I don't like to waste anything. Maybe one down here. If you want a longer tail, you could add in another tail like this. Like I said, that's completely optional. Let me go ahead and give you a close-up view, and thank you for joining us. Again, we are Decorator's Warehouse located in Arlington, Texas. This is one of our Christmas creator kits. It's available in the store. It's $138. It comes with all of the pieces you need to recreate this for your home. So thank you for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. Bye.